Hey, I am Riggers. Thanks for dropping in. Today's video, I am going to be opening these sealed copies of some of the older Everybody's Golf games. We've got Everybody's Golf 2, Everybody's Golf, and Everybody's Golf 2. Yeah, in European PAL regions, the franchise is very badly and confusingly named, with it going roughly something like Everybody's Golf, Everybody's Golf 2, Everybody's Golf 3. No, Everybody's Golf 3 didn't come out here, so it's Everybody's Golf, Everybody's Golf 2, then this Everybody's Golf, then the PSP Everybody's Golf, or maybe that one came out slightly earlier. They came out the same year anyway. Then there's, I believe, then it was this one, Everybody's Golf 2, and there's Everybody's Golf World Tour for the PlayStation 3. Then there's the PS Vita Everybody's Golf. Then there's the PlayStation 4 Everybody's Golf. And then it gets to the new one, Everybody's Golf Hot Shots. Yeah, confusing. But just in case, there's people from other regions watching, or just people in general who aren't familiar with the franchise wondering, why the hell is there like two different second games, and why is the second game on the PlayStation but then the first game's on the PlayStation 2? It outwardly looks quite confusing. Anyway, for me, this was the one I grew up with. I played this one as a kid a lot, and I lost my copy. Too long, don't read. It was stolen. But that's going to be another video at some point. How I lost my original game collection. Fun. So I ended up getting another copy a few years ago, and it didn't work, so I got rid of it. And then I thought, you know what, it's like £29.99, so 30 quid to get a brand new copy. So instead of getting some scabby used copy that someone's eaten a packet of Doritos over and scuffed on the floor, obviously the lifeblood of game collecting is used copies, and I'm happy to rehouse and get new copies of games. But it's like with books. I'm happy to buy used books and support used book shops. There's a lovely local bookshop that sadly shut down I used to love going to and buying books from. But there's a different satisfaction to buying a brand new book. And if you're buying a brand new book, you're supporting an author and you're supporting the whole industry. So I like buying used games, and I like buying brand new games from retailers. Of course, buying a brand new old game, you're not supporting a retailer. It's kind of like in its own thing. It's kind of just for the satisfaction of having the pristine products, which is what I buy them for, because I want to have that immaculate presentation. I have dozens and dozens and hundreds of games with, scuzzed up manuals, or that are a bit scratchy, or maybe there's that one music track that loops and doesn't play properly, or whatever it may be. So it's nice just every now and again, when they're not too expensive, to get a sealed copy of something that I care about, whether it be an individual game or a franchise, and just have them in that immaculate presentation. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to start with, now I've never actually opened the cellophane on a PlayStation game. Just even seeing it, I mean, just have a look at this. It's got that lovely little strip there. Seeing it reflected in the cellophane, I mean, isn't that just absolutely glorious? I mean, how many sealed PlayStation games do you see nowadays? And I'm going to open it. So let's just get right into that. Because games are meant to be played, not graded. That is the official, unofficial tagline of this unofficial, official, ongoing series of videos I'm doing, where I open whichever sealed games come into my possession. And I think I might want to do a video, I've been thinking about this, do a video of talking about which other games I've bought in sealed condition for whatever reason. In one case, it was just the cheapest copy to buy. And yeah, I'll like to show off the condition of those games and just talk about them, what it was like opening them. Look at this beauteousness. Not I capture as much of the cellophane peel as possible. Ooh, that is very nice. I'm trying to make sure I'm recording well, but also take it all in as well. Bye bye. Ooh, yeah, that is proper. Ooh, yeah. Smooth the touch as well. Very nice. Very nice. Ooh. Now, unfortunately, oh dear. You know, being that the PAL cases are very flimsy, we do have this little issue where the little spindles are broken, but I don't care about the case. The case is 10 a penny. I can just cannibalise some other case. I mean, I've bloody recycled enough of them as it is. Just, I think, oh, I don't really care about that game on my shelf, get rid. What I care about is the disc, and the disc, I'm not sure if this will be truly done justice on camera, but the disc is absolutely immaculate. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Even the manual still smells quite fresh. No discoloration or markings. It's nice, crisp, clean. No rips, no tears, no folds, no nothing. It is lovely condition. I have played this one, I think maybe an hour or two before, 2 years ago on my old PS Vita, which is now my partner's PS Vita. And I'll be looking forward to playing this on my PlayStation, or my PlayStation 2, or my PlayStation 3. Got that one nicely down there. Now, next I'm going to open the PSP one. Now, this one I don't know anything about. I've owned a copy of the first PSP one for a few years. Maybe just 1 year actually. A while anyway. It only cost £1. This costs, so that, oh, I should tell you what they all cost. This cost 50 quid. This cost about 20 odd quid. And then, like I said that earlier, that one cost 30 quid. But yeah, I don't know anything about this one, but I love the PSP, one of my absolute favourite consoles of all time. And I'm really excited to open a new PSP game in 2026, so. Ooh. Yes, I have a random screw, we don't question that. Just gonna try and see if I can. I want to do it on camera so you don't think I'm faking it. Oh, there we go, right. We have, there we go. I'm going to much with that. Present damages. There we go. Open. Nice, pristine, time capsule, preserved. Wonderful old classic games in the big 2026. Look at this beauteousness. Pop that shit open. There's the gloriousness of its innards. There's the full artwork of the inside. And I know PSP games, it doesn't necessarily matter anyway because they're quite well protected, but I mean, wow. Again, I'm not sure if you all to fully appreciate the beauty of how good it looks, but that's fucking clean, man. No, that is fresh. That is wow. And again, it's so smooth and just well looked after. Well, I mean, it's never been opened, so, you know. Yes, there is, as I mentioned earlier, Everybody's Golf World Tour, so these both came around at the same time as well. So, those PSP games complemented the main console games around their time. Well, that made a crunch then, opening that for the first time. Ooh. There's the manual, not very interesting, it's just the ad hoc instructions. My eyes got a bit funny. Oh, that'd be nice to show. The credits, some of the developers who worked on the game got panned, the original franchise developers. Let's give them a moment's thought, because they're no longer heralding the franchise, but they are doing some other things now. So it's good that they're still active. So many great development teams and developers have gone nowadays. No longer with us. Well, I'm excited to play that one as well. And the most important one for me, purely for the childhood nostalgia reasons, is Everybody's Golf for the PlayStation 2. So this one's got a little taggy thing. I mean, well, the other ones had that as well, but I'm a bit of a freak and I like opening them in weird and convoluted ways. But we're going to do the normal method for this one. Pull in the little strip bar. And then it is free from the shackles of collectors. Wonderful. Oh, that's nostalgic. Seeing that disc art. Beautiful. Oh, I think there's nothing more satisfying than being a collector nowadays and seeing one of the older consoles games, and specifically if it's a game you really care about on a personal level, and looking at the disc and being like, that's immaculate, man. It's beautiful. Because especially with your favourite games, you want to know and be able to trust that that copy works. And it can be a gamble, obviously, buying a used copy. Now, thankfully, the overwhelming majority of used copies that I've bought over the years have been in great condition, but every now and again you get screwed over. And in the case of Valley Sport Challenge 2, which I opened on a previous video, I got screwed over again and again and again and again, and I was like, no, I'm buying a new and sealed copy. But for this, I just thought I'd do justice to, my childhood and the fact that, I ended up losing the game in not very nice circumstances, along with my entire original PlayStation 2 collection. And I thought I'd go all out with this one and I've replaced the majority of my collection from my childhood, but I thought this one, with it being cheap enough, I thought I would treat myself to this one being new and sealed. Because I can. The great thing about games is, you can be like, but Riggers, you have so many games. You have a problem. You're not playing them all. Yeah, and when I have too much clutter, that's when I sell things. I massively do what I call downsizing, compacting. I have, as I previously in another video, I have a disc binder. Well, I have a few more disc binders now. I've recently I bought these shelves I'm currently filming on. These are new shelves, they're identical to the one you've seen behind me, but I bought 2 more of these, so I've got identical shelves on both sides, and I bought 2 more disc binders. So to make space for stuff, games I'm not as asked about, I throw the cases away and put the cover, disc and manual, if there is one, into the disc binder to save space. And in the past I have sold a lot of games and made good money from getting rid of stuff that I didn't need or wasn't going to play. I once sold like 300 odd pounds worth of games in one go, and I ended up basically, because I was specifically wanting to buy something, but it was like, no, I need all the money for sensible adult stuff. So the responsible thing to do, if I want to be indulgent, is not to, spend my own money in an irresponsible way. I will take stuff I already have and sell the stuff I don't want anymore. So I sold all the stuff I didn't want, all those games I didn't want, and then ended up getting Silent Hill 1, 2, 3 and 4, and altogether that only cost me £60 of my actual cash. And yeah, like I say, I made like 300 quid just of selling stuff. I only put a tiny bit of money towards it, of which was within an allowance that I could afford. So it's doing things like that, like when I want to indulge myself, get rid of the old stuff I'm not going to use anymore, and then that logically makes sense for me to then spoil myself with, because I'm not just throwing away my money all the time. The way I do my budgeting, I get X amount per month, big chunk towards bills, big chunk saved towards food, a bit of an emergency buffer, any savings, all that stuff, and then I have a certain amount per month, and that's my treat money. Outside of that, if I want something, then that's when I'm going to historically have sold things off to accommodate those additional interests, or I really fancy getting that, but I shouldn't. Okay, well, maybe I can get rid of this instead. That's just a sensible way to be. But yeah, digressed a little bit there. Beautiful manual, never been opened before. Nice and full colour compared to the other two. Wonderful crisp condition, glorious. And yes, it advertises the other PSP one on the back. I have it down there somewhere. Can't bother getting it out. But yeah, everybody's golf. I'm really, really into the PS Vita one at the moment. I've been playing it a lot. Pardon my burp. So when I'm into something, I kind of hyperfixate on quite heavily because my brain is special and I get really focused on stuff. And yeah, I just felt like this month's treat being getting a few of these games, and it'd be fun to open them on camera, share the experience with you guys, because how unusual is it opening games for these older consoles in it nowadays, and especially exciting. I've never opened one of these myself, brand new. I've opened PlayStation 2 games, I've opened PSP games as a kid, and a few of them as an adult, but I've never opened a brand new PlayStation game in my life. So that was an experience. I'm really happy with that. I've had fun with this. I'll be replacing the inside part of this that's damaged, don't you worry about that. But any harm comes to that pristine disc. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I plan to do many more of these as and when. Of course, you know, sealed games are a bit more expensive, blah, blah, blah. But I think it's an interesting thing to do, and I enjoy, as and when I want to buy sealed games for whatever reasons, it's nice to take more sealed copies out of the world, because just one thing I can't stand, those graded games in the pathetic little plastic boxes. It's disgusting. It is a scam, and the people who indulge in it are part of the problem, and they're just complete losers. It's as simple as that. Yeah, I'm going to enjoy playing all those. I might do videos on each of them when I play through them all. All the games I have, I intend to play. And even at any point I think, you know what, I'm not going to play that. It's gone like that. I'm not interested in hoarding. I don't have knickknacks and toys and collectibles. I can't warrant that. I have the games and that's it. That's it. I don't have limitless space. This room is tiny. It's like a little box room. It's like not even 3 meters long probably, this room. It's tiny. So I'm all about that space. About that space. No mess. I'm all about that space. About that space. No mess. To really shittily do a in-the-moment parody of Meghan Trainor's All About That Bass. Wonderful. Anyway, this video is getting too long. 18 minutes exactly now. Thank you, camera timer. So, I'm going to wrap up now and say goodbye. And then edit the video. And then upload the video after it's rendered. And I'm also hungry, so I'm probably going to do more food. How about tuna pasta with some melted Mexicana cheese on top? I think that sounds like a swell idea. What are you having for tea tonight? Let me know below. Bye.